What is going on, guys? My name is AJ Hades. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Um, Today's video, we're going to be going over something that I usually don't do. This is a historical video, but this is going over a location more than a time of year. Today, we are going to be going over the Nutty Putty Cave. Now, if you don't know what this cave is the site of the tragic accident in 2009 of John Edward Jones. Now, a lot of people just call him John Jones. We're gonna stick with the full name, John Edward Jones. If you hear me say, if you hear an abbreviation, the abbreviation will either be JJ or JEJ, just to make it make a lot of sense. So, let's get into it, I guess. The Nutty Putty Cave was first explored in the 1960s by Dale Green and friends. It is currently owned by the Utah School and Institutional Trust Lands Administration and managed by the Utah Tampanagos Grotto Cave Club. The cave system was named after the putty-like texture of the soft brown clay found in many of the passages. Green originally thought of calling it Silly Putty, but later decided Nutty Putty sounded better. The clay-like texture is composed of silicone deoxidized, they found in sand, because the cave was formerly upward with superheated water forming limestone. Many additional materials make up the complex structure. It contains 1,400 feet, or for those who don't know how much that is, 430 meters of trellised and tunnels. I'm still not sure how to say that word. And prior to closure, had been accessible via a narrow surface hole. Before 2009, the cave had 4 separate rescues of cavers and Boy Scouts who got stuck inside the cave's tight twists, turns, and crawls. In 2006, an effort was made to limit the number of visitors allowed inside the cave. It was estimated the cave was receiving over 5,000 visitors per year, many of them entering the cave late at night and failing to take prior safety precautions. 2009. The cave permanently closed. 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 2009. The cave permanently had the caves permanently had caused properly had caused excess smoothing of the rock inside the cave to the point it was proceeded a fatality would occur. And one of the cave's more prominent features a 45-degree room called the Big Slide. A gate was installed on May 24th, 2006. The cave was temporarily closed early in 2009. Prior management was established, and an application process was developed to ensure safety procedures were being met. On May 18th, 2009, the cave was reopened to the public. The 2009 incident and closure. November 24th, 2009, 26-year-old John Edward Jones became stuck upside down in the cave. After around 27 hours of being stuck, John died at 11:56 p.m. on November 25th. Jones had three others. Jones and three others had left their party in search of the birth canal, a tight but navigable passageway with a turnaround at the end. Jones entered a unmapped passageway near an area referred to as Ed's Push, which he wrongly believed was the canal, and found himself at a dead end with nowhere to go besides the narrow vertical downwards fissure. Believing this to be the turnaround, he entered headfirst, then became stuck, wedged upside down. The fissure measured 10 by 18 inches, 25 by 46 centimeters, and was located 400 feet to 120 meters from the entrance of the cave. A large team of rescue workers came to his assistance. The workers set up a sophisticated rope and pulley system in an attempt to extract him, but the system failed when put under strain, plunging Jones back into the hole. Jones ultimately suffered cardiac arrest and died due to the strain placed upon his body over many hours by his inverted, compromised position. After rescuers concluded that it would be too dangerous to attempt to retrieve his body, the landowner and Jones's family came to an agreement that the cave would be sealed with the cave as his final resting place. And as a memorial to Jones, explosives were used to collapse the ceiling in the Ed's Push passageway of the cave, close to where Jones's body was. All entry points to the cave were permanently sealed by filling them with concrete, making the cave system inaccessible. Some cavers opposed the cave's closure. Facebook community groups petitioned to save the cave but failed. Although cavers had cut their way through a gated entrance to the property prior to the closure of the cave, they were apprehended by security officers before they could reach it and charged with trespassing entry. A film about the tragedy titled "The Last Descent" was released on September 16th, 2016. In 2025, a detailed recreation of the Nutty Putty cave was added to a virtual reality video game, allowing gamers to explore the cave for themselves and view John's resting place. Now, I do want to say this again. This did happen, and you do have to come into these videos, especially videos like this one, where it happened semi-recently, like within the past few years, should I say. So you have to come into it with a little, obviously, human decency, which I do with every single one of these historical videos, whether it be the Chernobyl video or the World War II video that I'm still thinking about making a better form of. Who knows? But yeah, so I just wanted to say that this was a very, very tragic thing that happened. And genuinely, I do hope that the family of John Jones, or John Edward Jones, if you will, is doing well. And I actually haven't watched the Last Descent Sounds like a pretty damn good movie, by the way. But yeah. And I'm gonna put this at the end for the people who just didn't want to watch the whole entirety of this video, which this video is not that long in comparison to my other videos for historical events. So this is the TLDR type of thing at the end of this video for you guys. This cave was first explored in 1960 by Dale Green and friends. Dale thought about naming the cave Silly Putty, but later decided Nutty Putty was a better fit for the name, just because of the clay-like texture. This place was explored by a couple different people, Boy Scouts being one of them. And apparently this was also known as the Date Cave, and there was also a helmet eater area, which is kind of funny. But one of the biggest things is, one of the more prominent features of this whole cave is a 45-degree room, is a 45-degree drop in a room, should I say, called the Big Slide. And a gate was installed there on May 24th, 2006. 2009, there was an unfortunate incident that happened with a young man of age 26 known as John Edwards Jones, who got stuck upside down in the cave for 27 hours and died at 11:56 p.m. Jones went through a different part of the cave that he thought was the birth canal, but was actually referred to as Ed's Push. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this one, but I might be wrong. Please do correct me if I am wrong. But I believe it was named Ed's Push after John Edwards Jones unfortunately died. But he fell into a near vertical state head first, located 400 feet underground. There were rescuers who tried to save John Edwards Jones with a rope and pulley system, and it did not work. Unfortunately, he suffered some sort of cardiac arrest, some sort of cardiac event, where he died. And the area was therefore permanently closed, and with John's body still in the cave, and the cave became a whole ass memorial for John Jones. There was a whole film called The Last Descent that was made in 2016 on September 16th, and the Nutty Putty Cave was recreated into a virtual reality game, allowing gamers and cavers alike to explore the Nutty Putty Cave and visit Jones's final resting place. Alright, that's all we have for you today. If you guys did enjoy this video and you want to see more historical videos like this, where they're about more recent things, but not like literally yesterday recent, please do let me know. I'm still thinking about making the special videos, the special forms of the World War II, and I'm still thinking, and I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna make the Civil War video, because that's going to be a big thing. But yeah, so please do Please do let me know in the comment section down below on how you felt about this video. And if you enjoyed this video, please do remember those streamers' powerful words. Peace, love, positivity will always get you through that day. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces.